welcome back to another episode of the Just Sean YouTube channel. You guys started out robbery to come back, and I'm so elated that you guys are here, where there's real talk, real people, real life experiences, and I'm happy for you to be here. Happy holidays to all of you, and thank you guys for tuning in to my Christmas episode, little snippet, a little encouragement, a little motivation, and also thank you for subscribing and being along with me on this journey. I thank every subscriber that subscribed to me. I thank every YouTube channel person that I know for supporting. I just thank you guys all together. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to make it as best as I can. But guess what? With God's help, I can do all things. Today on this episode, I want to talk about 6 powerful ways to overcome failure in your life. Because there's so many things that's going on right now and situations that are occurring that now we have to learn how to take all of those failures and turn them into triumph. So I want to talk to you about 6 powerful ways to overcome failure in your life, because so many of us have failure in our life and we don't really know what to do. We don't really know how to come out of this failure mode. So it's ways to come out. So I want to talk to y'all about. And the first one I want to think is understand failure is the key path to success. Let me say it one more time. Understand failure is the key path to success. So anytime you fail and go through the things that you go through, understand it as pushing you to a place of success. It's just pushing you to a place of success. And number 2 is keep a positive perspective and understand that you only failed because you tried. That's all. Keep a positive perspective and understand that you only failed because you tried. You only failed because you tried. It doesn't mean that you can't do it. It doesn't mean that you can't make it. It doesn't mean that you cannot do it. You can do it. You tried one time. At first you don't succeed, try again. Because at the end of it, you're going to make it. It's going to happen. I mean, failure, it happens. But understand you're a winner, and failure for you is not an option. The third thing is remain calm and reflect. So even if you do fail, remain calm, reflect over everything that you did wrong. And look at those things to try to figure out what to do next, what to do differently instead of fail. Understand what to do way differently. There's so many times when we fail in life and we fail at stuff. We have to learn how to take that failure and turn it into triumph. We have to learn how to take that failure and turn it into triumph. And that's the biggest thing. You may fail in so many areas. You may fail in things in life. You may fail in situations. But you have to learn how to take that failure and turn it into triumph. And when I say triumph, you might have failed that first time, right? But in the midst of you failing, reflect, stay calm, figure out how you failed. And look at the ways that you failed and what you did wrong in order for you to succeed next time. The next thing is to learn from your failures. Like I was just saying, learn from every failure that you had in your life. Learn from it. Take that learning lesson, that learning tool from failure, and do better and try to move forward in life. The next thing is self-confidence. You have to work with your self-confidence. Your self-confidence helps you fail too when you have the confidence that you need to win. And in that process of that self-confidence cannot be beat down. You cannot be depressed. You cannot be frustrated all the time. Because with that all comes in escrow. All that comes together in trying to have the self-confidence. You have to have that self-confidence. And in having that self-confidence, you have to have it in order to overcome failure. You have to be able to overcome that failure. And self-confidence is the key to overcoming failure. Because you have the self-confidence to realize that I might have failed. Now I figured out how I failed. What am I going to do next so I can triumph over my failure? That's the biggest thing. Next thing is stay in the present. Stay in the present. Stop going rehearsing how many times you failed. Stop rehearsing how many times you messed up. Stop rehearsing what you did wrong all the time, 24/7. Because you can't just stay in the present all the time. You got to move forward. Because in the present, you're rehearsing it over and over how you fail. Stop rehearsing it. Don't stay in the present. You can't always stay in the present. You got to move forward within that process of overcoming failure. The next thing is failure should be our teacher and not our undertaker. Wow, that's powerful. Failure should be our teacher and not our undertaker. Wow. I got to state it again, y'all. Failure should be our teacher and not our undertaker. Wow. That's awesome. In other words, you can't let failure kill you. You can't let failure drag you through the mud. You can't let failure beat you up every single day of your life. You cannot let failure put you in the hospital. You cannot let failure dictate your next move. You got to move beyond failure. Move beyond the present circumstance that you're in. But you move beyond that mistake and be able to move forward in that thing. I'm telling you, you cannot let failure should not be a teacher. Failure should be our teacher, but not an undertaker. Failure should teach you, not kill you, not destroy you, not have you messed up, not have you strung out. You know, failure is delay, not denial. Wow. No. Failure is delay. Failure is delay, but not denial. You hear me? Failure is delay, but not denial. And failure is delay, but not defeat. You hear? My God. Failure is delay, but not denial. Failure is delay, but not defeat. How many times have y'all failed? You just failed, but it's not a delay. You failed, but it didn't defeat you. You failed, but it's not a delay. You failed, but it's just only a delay. But you failed, but it didn't defeat you. The failure might have delayed you, but it didn't defeat you. I might have failed, but guess what? It didn't delay my process. I might have failed, but it didn't defeat me. The thing about it is sometimes we fail and we let it defeat us. We become depressed. We become messed up. We become jacked up. We become just so bound up. We become mean. You can't do that. Failure may just be delay. But guess what? It ain't defeat. It can't defeat you unless you're allowed to defeat you. You hear me? Now, it is temporary detour, not a dead end. Your failure is a temporary detour, but not a dead end. You understand? Your failure, like I said, it may be a delay. You may have to turn around and try another route, but it's temporary, but it's not a detour. And so, because that detour is going to take you all off track, but temporarily, you're just going to go another opposite way. You see what I'm saying? You're going to take a minor shortcut to get there. Now, like I tell you, failure, you cannot let it defeat you or beat you. You understand? That's why I always tell people, you are a winner, and failure for you is not an option. The next thing is remain calm. Like I said, remain calm. Let's go one more time. Remain calm. Nothing will change the past, no matter what you do in the present. Wow. Nothing will change the past, no matter what you do in the present. That means nothing can change the past. The past is the past. It happened. It's over. It happened. It's over, y'all. It happened. It's over. No matter what. No matter what you do, it won't change the present. Because that was then. This is now. The present, you're moving forward. You're doing things differently. You're winning in your present. You're making steps. You're making strides to do it differently in your present. Yeah. Now, let's go back over. I want to stick to that self-confidence thing. I want to go back over that self-confidence thing. See? Now, check this out. Self-confidence. Never, ever let failure in life scratch your confidence level. I wanted to piggyback right back off that self-confidence thing. Because it says never let failure in life scratch your confidence level. Wow. Don't allow your failures to scratch your confidence level. In other words, don't allow your failures to have you so messed up and jacked up and depressed where it deters your confidence. Where it deters your confidence. You don't want that because you'll never move forward. You'll always stay right there in the present, right there where I've always felt I never went beyond this situation. I never went beyond that. Guys, you got to move forward. You got to move beyond that situation, man. You can never, ever let failure in your life scratch the confidence level. Scratch your confidence level. You cannot ever let that happen. It does not mean you cannot do it. Believe that you can do it. It don't mean you can't do it, but believe that you can do it. And that's the problem. Even in that situation, you cannot allow failure to dictate your next move. You cannot allow failure to cripple you. You cannot allow failure to put you in a place where you can't triumph over your failure. And that's some of the things we do. We don't triumph over our failure because we allow our failure to stagnate our growth. And we can't move forward in life like we want to. So I need y'all to understand that you are a winner. Failure for you is not an option. You have to understand that. You have to see. I gave you 6 powerful ways right there to overcome failure. In your life, there's going to be failure. In your life, there's going to be situations. But guess what? It does not mean that it's over for you. It doesn't mean that you can't do anything. It doesn't mean that you won't make it. You won't push through. It just means there may be another route. It just means it may not be the time. But it don't mean it ain't going to happen. It don't mean you just fail altogether and give up. No. In business, you can't give up. In life, you can't give up. There's going to be failure in things. It's going to be things that you may fail at. But guess what? You won't always fail. You get back in the race. You figure out what you did wrong and go forth. And take that thing, change it. And then you're winning. See, you're going to win like that. Failure is only going to help you succeed to winning. Failure is only going to help you win. You know why? Because when you get tired of failing so much, you're going to have the yearning, the hunger to want to win. And that's just what it is. I like that song that says that all I do is win, win, win no matter what. That means you need to win. You need to win. If you got to do affirmations every day, win. You got to win at it. And see, you're going to have some failures. You're going to have some strongholds. You're going to have all types of stuff. There's going to be times where you do fail. It is what it is. It's impossible for you not to fail. You're going to fail at some things. Honestly, reality, you're going to fail at some things. But learn from that failure and triumph over that failure. That's all you need to do. Triumph over that failure and watch that thing change for your good. I want you guys to understand that before I started this YouTube channel, I wondered if I was going to fail. I had already defeated myself by thinking I was going to fail already. It was no use in me even starting it. But I had to figure out what was keeping me, what was making me think that I was going to fail. Because I allowed other people and everything else to talk instead of hear God. I allowed everybody else to defeat and say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Those people are speaking failure over your life. Stop allowing folk to speak failure over your life, man. Don't let people speak failure over their life. Have failure over triumph. Failure over triumph. And that's just the biggest thing. We're going to fail. But what we do is we get up, dust ourselves off, and get back up again and try it again. You're going to win in areas. You have to learn how to win. Don't let your failures outweigh. Don't let your failures outweigh you winning. You're going to win at all costs. Figure out why you fail. Figure out how you fail and move forward. You can't stay that. You can't stay back there in the past. You got to deal in the present now where you at so you can move forward. And you can help others who have failed, help them get up out of depression, help them get up out of this, help them get up out of that, and watch that thing work out for your good. That's all I'm saying. It's going to work out for you good. You guys just got to understand and trust the process. Failure, it is what it is. But you're a winner. And failure for you is not an option. You've got to win. There's going to be some times you felt like you failed. There's going to be some times you give up. But guess what? In the midst of that failure, get up and win. That's all it was about. I thank you guys once again for tuning into the Just Sean YouTube channel. Please subscribe, like, comment, do all that good stuff. Also, too, I want to piggyback off this, too. I want to tell y'all, I'm going into a new episode. I guess not sure how long it's going to last, but we're going to be talking about domestic violence. And I want you people to be a part of that. If you know anybody that's been domestic violence, that's been in domestic violence situations, verbal situations, violence and all that stuff, this is a topic that needs to be talked about. People may not want to talk about, but this is a topic that needs to be talked about from the perspective of women perspective and from the men's perspective. Because there are men in domestic violence situations. You may not hear about it. It may not be talked about. And some may not talk about it. Some men may not talk about it because of the simple fact of it being something that may be embarrassing. But we're going to get into that, talking about that in October. Around October 5th, I'm bringing back featuring Sister Savvy. And we're going to talk about domestic violence, an episode about domestic violence. And she's going to tell you her experiences about in that area. But we're going to talk about it in October because that's October Awareness Month. And we want to make that awareness. We want to be able to be the voice for the voiceless, for people who've gone through and haven't talked about it and may not want to share it. But we're going to have statistics and everything for you to let you know, because we don't want to talk about this thing and not have proof and not have any type of truth to what we're talking about. We know people that experience. We know people that may want to talk about. We know people that may not. But in all, we want to give a voice to those voiceless. That's why I do this YouTube channel, because I want people to be able to experience life. I want people to have real talk, real life experiences, because there's things that happen. We're not just going to do serious stuff on the show. We're going to do real life. We're going to do awesome stuff. We're going to do happy stuff. We're going to do all types of stuff. I just want you guys to tune in, comment, like, subscribe. I want to give a shout out to all my YouTubers, from Catrice White, Davion Wright from Pillow Talk, for DVET 808, to all those people, the new people that even subscribe to me. Also, I want to give a shout out to Do the Difference Clothing channel. She's an awesome lady. Just met her a little bit, talked to her a little bit, but not much. But she's awesome. I think I want to give a shout out to her. I want to give a shout out to I Am Tracy Lee. Yes, sir. I want to give out to Selah Events from Proverbs T, Tiana Wilson. I want to give a shout out to her. And I want to give a shout out to everybody else out here that has a YouTube channel. Let's support each other. Let's rock. Let's love. Real talk, real life experiences. Check me out. Like and subscribe. See you guys next time. God bless you.